At night, when the world grows quiet and the distractions of the day fade away, some minds refuse to rest. Instead of peace, they find themselves caught in a storm of thoughts, replaying conversations, questioning decisions, and imagining futures that may never come. It is a contradiction that feels almost cruel. The body longs for sleep, yet the mind insists on staying awake. Have you ever noticed how silence amplifies your thoughts? How the absence of noise makes your inner dialogue louder, heavier, and harder to escape? Psychologists often describe overthinking as a form of cognitive rumination, a cycle where the brain becomes locked in repetitive patterns of thought. At night, this cycle intensifies because the usual distractions, work, social interactions, daily tasks are gone. The mind, left without external anchors, turns inward. According to cognitive theories, rumination is often linked to unresolved emotions and unmet psychological needs. For someone with an anxious attachment style, for example, nighttime overthinking may revolve around fears of abandonment or doubts about relationships. For those with avoidant tendencies, the thoughts may focus on self-criticism, replaying moments of perceived weakness or vulnerability. One hidden habit of those who overthink at night is the tendency to rehearse conversations endlessly. Imagine someone lying in bed, replaying a simple exchange with a colleague. They analyze every word, every pause, every facial expression, searching for hidden meanings. This habit is rooted in the human need for social belonging and the fear of rejection. Social psychology suggests that our brains are wired to detect subtle cues in communication. But when this instinct becomes overactive, it transforms into obsessive analysis. The overthinker convinces themselves that they said too much or too little, or that their tone was misunderstood. The mind becomes its own harshest critic, and the night becomes a stage for endless self-interrogation. Another hidden habit is catastrophizing, imagining worst-case scenarios in vivid detail. A person may lie awake thinking about a minor mistake at work and suddenly envision losing their job, disappointing their family, and spiraling into failure. This pattern is explained by cognitive distortions, where the brain exaggerates threats and minimizes strengths. Behavioral conditioning plays a role here. If someone has experienced negative consequences in the past, their mind learns to anticipate danger even when none exists. At night, without the balancing presence of reality, these imagined catastrophes feel more real, more urgent, and more consuming. Identity theory also sheds light on nighttime overthinking. Many people struggle with the gap between their ideal self and their actual self. At night, when the masks of daily life are removed, this gap becomes more visible. The overthinker may dwell on questions of identity. Am I living authentically? Am I becoming the person I want to be? These questions, though important, often spiral into self-doubt rather than clarity. The hidden habit here is self-comparison, measuring oneself against imagined standards or against others who seem more successful, more confident, or more fulfilled. The quiet of the night magnifies these comparisons, turning them into heavy burdens. Emotional regulation also plays a crucial role. During the day, emotions are often managed through activity, conversation, or distraction. At night, those strategies are unavailable. For individuals who struggle with regulating emotions, the night becomes a space where feelings resurface with intensity. Sadness, guilt, or anxiety that was suppressed during the day now demands attention. The hidden habit here is emotional avoidance, trying to push away feelings by overthinking them, analyzing them, or rationalizing them instead of simply experiencing them. Ironically, this avoidance only strengthens the emotions, making sleep even more elusive. Consider the story of someone who lies awake, thinking about a small disagreement with a friend. Instead of letting it go, they replay the moment, imagining how they could have responded differently. They construct alternate scenarios, each one more elaborate than the last. Hours pass, and the disagreement grows larger in their mind than it ever was in reality. This is the hidden habit of mental rehearsal, a coping mechanism that feels productive but rarely leads to resolution. It is a way of trying to control uncertainty, but it often deepens the sense of helplessness. From a personality perspective, traits like high neuroticism are strongly linked to overthinking. People with this trait are more sensitive to stress and more prone to negative emotions. At night, this sensitivity manifests as hyper-awareness of every thought, every worry, every possibility. The hidden habit here is vigilance, constantly scanning the mind for potential problems, as if preparing for an unseen threat. While vigilance can be useful in survival contexts, in the quiet of the night it becomes exhausting, draining, and self-defeating. So why does overthinking at night feel so different, so much heavier than during the day? The answer lies in the interplay between cognition, emotion, and identity. The night strips away external distractions, leaving us alone with ourselves. For the overthinker, this solitude is not peaceful, but overwhelming. Their hidden habits, rehearsing conversations, catastrophizing, self-comparing, avoiding emotions, rehearsing scenarios, staying vigilant are all attempts to manage uncertainty, to create control where none exists. Yet these habits rarely bring comfort. Instead, they deepen the sense of conflict between the desire for rest and the inability to let go. Perhaps the most unsettling truth is that overthinking at night is not simply about thoughts, it is about the self. It reveals the fears we carry, the doubts we suppress, and the identities we struggle to reconcile. It shows us the parts of ourselves we avoid during the day. And while these habits may feel destructive, they also point to something deeply human, the longing for clarity, connection, and meaning. As you reflect on your own nights, ask yourself, what do your thoughts reveal about you? Are they showing you unresolved emotions, unspoken fears, or unmet needs? The hidden habits of overthinking are not signs of weakness, they are signals, reminders that something within you is asking to be heard. The challenge is not to silence these thoughts completely, but to listen with compassion, to understand their origins, and to gently guide yourself toward rest. If this resonates with you, know that you are not alone. Many people carry the same hidden habits, the same quiet battles. And perhaps, by recognizing them, you can begin to soften their grip. That is the quiet work of self-awareness, the kind of work we explore here, together, in Reverse World.